Um, the business we are involved in is what we call media monitoring in this region. I don't know what it's referred to in other markets, but I think it's the same.
It's the same, yeah.
It's the same media monitoring. So what happens is we actually provide 4 different services.
Okay.
Primary service is actually it's like an audit function for people who do advertising. You need an independent party, a third party, to verify whether or not the advertising actually run. And what happens is we provide that data, and out of that they are able to invoice and get paid and so on and so forth. So we play a very critical role in that function. We also do what we call PR monitoring. PR monitoring involves corporate image management. So the big blue chips would like to know what's being said about them in the media. They want to keep track of what's being said. So we do clipping service, both print and electronic. So we provide for them every morning. They get an email with a brief of all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. The other is music copyright, which is quite controversial in the sense that in this market, music copyright.
You say music.
Music.
All right. Yeah.
Artists need to be paid for their work. What airs on radio is not tracked. So when monies are paid, what they paid to, how do you know who deserves what? So we also provide that as a service. And then we have a media intelligence service for the media houses themselves. You want to see what your competitors are doing, who's advertising, what's their revenue like based on rate card value for advertising. So we also provide that service for in a nutshell, that's what we do.
That is what you do.
That's what we do. That's the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for how long have you been in business?
1.5 years now.
1.5 years?
1.5 years, yeah. And when we started, we were, I think when I went to see Edith the first time, I think we were only 6, we had only 6 employees at the time. Now we are 43.
43?
Yeah. 43.
So that's some growth.
Some growth. So how it works, we have actually 2 groups. The people who work during the day, and the people who work in the evening. So we have 2 shifts. And for some inexplicable reasons, most of our staff happens to be the fairer sex as you may. We have more ladies than gents working here. So in fact, it's become an issue because everyone is complaining there are too many ladies. Where are the guys? Yeah, but we actually trying to give young graduates opportunities to work, and so far it's been good. They've done a good job. Most of them are freshly out of college, so it's quite, for them it's their first job. After what you call spot ads. Automatically, we've developed a system that actually monitors ads that are what we refer to as spot ads, pre-recorded ads. So each time the ad runs, the computer automatically picks it up and it assigns all the metadata, what time it ran, which station, how long, all that stuff. But like things to do with what they call DJ mentions, you could be running a promotion and there's a lot of mention from the studio DJ. That has to be done manually because you cannot automate that. So they do a lot of PR analysis for news. If, say, something is an issue going on, constitution and so on, they're actually able to do an analysis and give. When we first went to Kenya, we were getting to a stage where we had developed the product. We're ready for the market. We needed to expand, so we needed to actually move from where we were before, where we were sitting in a small room, smaller than this, I think. Initially, we had only 6 people. We needed to move to the next level. So basically, the only way to do it, we need to buy equipment. We needed to pay deposits to move office. In fact, I wish we could.
And what kind of clients do you have?
Right now, we have our biggest client. East African breweries.
African breweries.
East African
breweries.
Yeah. They were actually our first clients. They signed immediately. They saw the concept. They were happy and they signed. Since then, we've signed other players. PSI, Population Services International, very very big NGO, human health related kind of stuff. They're very very big in the region. They're the ones who do all the stuff to do with sex education, all that kind of reproductive health. Basically, they're really quite heavily involved in that. So they've also signed. We're in the process of signing BAT.
Once again?
British American Tobacco.
Okay.
Also a very big client. But that won't happen until June.
Did you try, before going to Micro Kenya, did you try getting a loan from a bank or from anywhere else?
We couldn't get a loan from a bank for the simple reason that we were only 6 months old at the time.
Okay.
We didn't have anything, in Kenya. Unless, in Kenya it's strange, you only get money if you have money.
Yes.
But it is true. If you don't have money, you can't get money. So we thought of going to banks as individuals, but still, the kind of money we needed to raise initially was just, we were not going to get it from the bank.
Okay.
So I happen to know, transparent. Short-term loans tend to be expensive.
Yeah.
That's inevitable.
Yeah.
That's the tragedy of our market. Banks won't give you loans. I mean, unless you have money, they tell you, give us a PDR and then we give you that. So I say, if I had the money, I would have come to you in the first place. So, I think I have a very good idea of how Micro does their business, their lending policy. What else is in the market? I think it's very fair. We plan to expand into the region before too long, but that is probably going to be at the very earliest, after 8 months. We hope to be by early next year, be in Tanzania and Uganda.
Okay.
Hopefully Rwanda as well.
Yeah.
So the immediate aim is just to take the market.